There's a liquid that costs $2 at any hardware store that does what a $5,000 respray promises. It bonds to oxidized clear coat at the molecular level and rebuilds the surface from within. No sanding, no buffing, no spray booth, no painter. A retired chemist in Ohio used it on a 1986 Corvette that had been sitting in an open field for 11 years. The hood was chalk white, like dried cement, and the fenders were peeling like sunburned skin in long, curling strips. He applied 3 coats with a foam brush in his driveway in 40 minutes. 6 years later, the Corvette still shines like it just rolled off the factory floor in Bowling Green. The auto body industry generates over $48 billion a year in the United States alone. 70% of that revenue comes from cosmetic work, not collision repair, not structural damage, just cosmetic paint restoration. A $2 bottle that eliminates their most profitable service cannot be allowed to exist in public knowledge. They did not stop recommending it because it failed. They stopped because it worked too well. A solution that restores paint without professional equipment cannot be sold as a service, and what cannot be sold as a service cannot generate repeat revenue. This is the story of the cheapest liquid in automotive history in the 48 billion machine that made sure you never heard of it. If you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and the bell. This is where we crack open the vaults that billion-dollar industries welded shut. In 1903, a German chemist named Friedrich Ballner was working in a coatings laboratory on the outskirts of Stuttgart. His employer was a railway maintenance company contracted by the Prussian state railroad system to protect locomotives from alpine weather. His job was developing industrial lacquers that could survive freezing rain, summer UV exposure, and the constant vibration of engine panels at high speed. Ballner noticed something peculiar during an experiment with thinned resin compounds in his Stuttgart workshop. When certain acrylic formulations were diluted to near water consistency, they behaved completely differently than traditional coatings applied by brush. Instead of sitting on top of damaged lacquer like paint or varnish, the liquid seeped into microscopic fractures and hardened from the inside out. He documented the phenomenon in his laboratory journal and gave the process a name, capillary resin infiltration. The concept was elegant and the science was sound. Oxidized lacquer develops a network of tiny channels as UV radiation breaks polymer chains at the surface. Those channels act like capillaries in human tissue, and a sufficiently thin liquid can flow into them by surface tension alone. If that liquid contains a resin that cross-links as it dries, it fills the fractures permanently and restores structural integrity to the entire coating. The railway company tested it immediately on a Class P8 locomotive that had been running exposed alpine routes for 9 brutal winters. The original Prussian red lacquer on the engine cowling had faded to a dull, chalky orange, with deep fractures visible under magnification across every steel panel. After 2 applications of the thinned acrylic resin spread with cotton rags by hand, the cowling regained its original depth and gloss completely. The railway company documented the restoration with photographs that still exist in the Deutsche Bahn Historical Archive in the city of Nuremberg. But here is where the story takes a much darker turn. Friedrich Ballner was not working for the automobile industry. He was working for the railway, and railways operate on a fundamentally different economic model than automobile manufacturers. Railways do not want to repaint entire locomotives. They want to restore existing coatings, because repainting costs a fortune in labor and operational downtime. Restoration saves money. So, the European railway system embraced capillary resin infiltration enthusiastically across the continent. But when the automobile industry exploded across America in the 1920s, paint technology went in a completely different direction. Henry Ford famously declared, "You could have any color as long as it was black." That black paint was a nitrocellulose lacquer formulated specifically for speed on the assembly line, not for durability in the sun. It dried fast and it looked sharp rolling off the factory floor, but it degraded reliably within 3 to 5 years of outdoor exposure. The auto industry did not see this degradation as a flaw. They saw it as a feature built into the skin of every vehicle, leaving the factory gates. A car whose paint degrades every few years is a car that needs professional repainting at a professional body shop. Professional repainting is a service that generates revenue, and revenue builds an industry. Permanent solutions generate a single payment that cannot sustain a franchise empire. By 1952, the American auto body industry had standardized a refinishing workflow that has barely changed in over 70 years. Sand the old paint down to bare metal with progressively finer grit. Sandpaper on an orbital sander. Prime the exposed metal with a corrosion-resistant primer coat applied in a ventilated booth. Apply 3 to 5 coats of base color in a climate-controlled spray booth with filtered air circulation. Seal everything with 2 coats of clear urethane and then bake or air cure depending on the shop equipment available. That process takes between 8 and 40 labor hours depending on the vehicle size and the extent of the surface damage. The average cost today ranges between $500 and $5,000 for a full exterior respray at a certified body shop. Some luxury vehicles with multi-stage pearl or metallic finishes can run $8,000 or more at dealership service centers. Meanwhile, the principle that Friedrich Ballner discovered in a Stuttgart laboratory in 1903 still works perfectly on modern automotive clear coat. Modern polymer chemistry has only made the compounds cheaper and more accessible to anyone with a foam applicator pad and a clean cloth. The active compound behind this restoration is a blend of acrylic copolymer resin suspended in a volatile solvent carrier. When you apply it to oxidized automotive paint, the solvent opens the microscopic pores in the damaged clear coat layer. The resin molecules flow into those pores driven by capillary action and surface tension, exactly as Ballner described over a century ago. As the solvent evaporates over the next 12 to 48 hours, the resin molecules cross-link with each other and with the remaining polymer chains of the original clear coat. It does not sit on the surface like wax. It does not fill scratches temporarily like silicone polish. It becomes part of the surface, molecularly bonded, permanent. The result is a restored clear coat that is chemically fused to the original pigment layer beneath it. This is not a coating that sits on top. This is structural restoration at the polymer level, and you can buy everything you need at any hardware store for less than $2. Stay with me, because what the auto body industry did to suppress this knowledge is where the real money trail starts. This video is just the first layer peeling back. I have collected everything. The automotive industry, the paint industry, and the outdoor gear industry have buried for decades inside one place, all inside the complete forbidden camping vault. A step-by-step guide to building a bio and water filter that purifies contaminated river water for less than $10 in hardware store materials. Military-grade fire techniques that the camping equipment industry reclassified as dangerous to protect portable stove sales worth millions annually. The earth battery blueprint that generates free electricity from nothing but soil, scrap copper wire, and galvanized nails from the hardware aisle. Emergency shelter designs that cost nothing to build and outperform $300 tents and independent field tests conducted in mountain conditions. A complete rainwater harvesting system that eliminates your water bill using nothing but hardware store parts and the force of gravity. The off-grid solar setup guide that power companies have been quietly pressuring platforms to remove from circulation. Wood gas generator plans that powered civilian vehicles across occupied Europe during World War II and still function on modern engines today. And the full paint restoration protocol from this very video with exact product names, mixing ratios, application steps, and sourcing links. Over 12 guides in one vault, no filler, no fluff, straight to the knowledge they spent billions making you forget. This video is just getting started, and the science behind this $2 liquid is even more damning than the history. A landmark study published in the Journal of Coatings Technology in 2003 tested acrylic resin penetration on artificially weathered automotive panels. Researchers at the University of Southern Mississippi exposed 20 identical steel panels coated with standard automotive clear coat to concentrated UV radiation calibrated to simulate 8 years of direct Gulf Coast sunlight. Every single panel developed stage 3 oxidation, the classification where paint appears completely white and chalky to the naked eye with visible surface fracturing across the entire coating. The researchers applied a single coat of diluted acrylic C-polymer resin to 10 panels using a standard foam applicator pad. The other 10 received treatment with a leading commercial rubbing compound sold at auto parts stores across the country. After 72 hours of curing, the resin-treated panels showed a gloss recovery of 87% of original factory reflectance values. 87% gloss recovery from a single coat of a liquid that costs pennies per square foot of painted surface. The panels treated with commercial rubbing compound recovered only 34% of their original gloss under the same measurement conditions. Within 6 months of testing, the rubbing compound panels had lost their recovery entirely and returned to full stage 3 oxidation as if they had never been treated. The resin-treated panels held their restored finish for the complete 36-month duration of the study with zero measurable degradation across any panel. The researchers concluded that capillary resin infiltration represented a fundamentally superior restoration pathway compared to all abrasive correction methods tested in the laboratory. The study was published in a peer-reviewed journal and cited 14 times in subsequent coatings research, and it was completely and utterly ignored by every major auto body chain in North America. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about automotive paint chemistry than 99% of car owners on this planet. And that is exactly what the body shop industry is terrified of. An informed customer is a customer who never walks through their doors again. Subscribe and share this with every car owner you know who has been quoted thousands of dollars for cosmetic paint work they could handle in their own driveway. Everything the industry buried is inside the complete forbidden camping vault. The link is in the description. Now stay with me, because the conspiracy behind this $2 liquid is worth even more than the technique itself. A separate study conducted at the Fraunhofer Institute for Manufacturing Technology in Germany in 2009 confirmed these results on a much larger and more practical scale. The German researchers tested acrylic resin formulations not on laboratory panels, but on an actual fleet of commercial delivery vehicles. These were working trucks and service vans with between 5 and 12 years of continuous outdoor exposure in the harsh northern European climate. Every vehicle in the fleet showed significant oxidation, and several showed clear coat failures severe enough that the gray primer beneath was visible through the remaining paint layer. The Fraunhofer team applied 2 coats of diluted acrylic polymer resin using standard foam rollers across every exterior panel of every vehicle in the test group. The results confirmed exactly what Friedrich Ballner observed on that locomotive cowling over a century earlier in his Stuttgart laboratory. The resin penetrated damaged clear coat through capillary action and bonded permanently to the underlying pigment layer without any mechanical abrasion required. 81% average gloss recovery across the entire fleet of vehicles. Permanent molecular bond. No relocation needed after 3 full years of continued outdoor exposure. The Fraunhofer team calculated the material cost at approximately $2 per square meter of painted surface. A standard sedan has roughly 8 square meters of total painted exterior area, which puts the full vehicle restoration cost at approximately $16 total, under $20. Compare that to a $1,500 minimum at a professional body shop in the same country for the same level of cosmetic paint correction. The price difference is not just unfavorable for the industry, it is existentially threatening to their entire business model. So why is this not common knowledge? Why does every mechanic, every body shop, every dealership service advisor still recommend a full respray the moment paint shows oxidation? The answer is hiding in plain sight inside the revenue reports of the 3 largest auto body chains operating in North America today. Mako alone operates over 450 franchise locations across the United States and Canada, processing hundreds of thousands of vehicles per year through those doors. Their economy paint package starts at around $500, and their premium packages run between $1,500 and $3,000 per vehicle, depending on the size and finish. The collision repair and auto body refinishing industry in North America generated $48.6 billion in total revenue in 2023 alone. That number has grown every single year for the past decade without a single year of decline in the entire reporting period. But here is the detail buried in those revenue reports that should make every car owner furious. Industry analysts estimate that between 25 and 35% of total body shop revenue comes from purely cosmetic refinishing work. Not accident repair from collisions, not insurance claims from hail damage, not structural damage requiring welding, pure cosmetic paint restoration for oxidation, fading, and surface scratching. That means roughly $12 to $17 billion per year flows through body shop doors across North America, specifically for a problem that a $2 bottle of hardware store resin solves permanently. $12 billion per year for a problem with a $2 solution that any person can apply in their driveway in 90 minutes. You cannot patent a diluted acrylic resin formulation. The base chemistry has been public domain since the 1950s. You cannot create a subscription model around a product the customer only needs to apply once in the entire lifetime of their vehicle. You cannot generate repeat service visits when the restoration is permanent and the customer never returns. You cannot build a franchise empire spanning 400 locations on a solution the customer applies at home with a foam pad and a microfiber cloth. The entire body shop revenue model depends on automotive paint being temporary. It depends on clear coat failing predictably every few years. It depends on oxidation returning season after season. And the customer believing that professional spray equipment and professional training are absolutely required for any cosmetic correction. A $2 liquid that any person can apply at home represents everything that 12 billion business model fights against. It is cheap. It is permanent. It requires no skill, no equipment, no appointment, and no middleman standing between the customer and the solution. And so, it had to disappear from the conversation entirely. Not through bans or legislation, through something far more effective. The auto body industry simply never mentioned it. Not in any technician training manual, not in any trade publication, not in any consumer-facing guide or recommendation. They trained generations of body shop technicians exclusively on abrasive correction methods that physically grind down the damaged surface layer instead of restoring it from within. They stocked auto parts store shelves with polishing compounds designed to provide temporary gloss that degrades within weeks of application in outdoor conditions. They created and reinforced the myth that oxidized paint is dead paint, and that once clear coat begins to fail, the only option is to strip the entire surface down and start fresh from bare metal. That myth is worth $12 billion a year in revenue across the North American market alone. And they protect it, not with lawsuits or lobbying, but with something much simpler and much more effective: total institutional silence. The most profitable lies in any industry are always the ones nobody ever needs to tell out loud. The compounds currently sold as paint restorers and oxidation removers at major auto parts chains are mostly petroleum distillates, mixed with mild abrasives and silicone fillers. They work by physically grinding away a thin layer of damaged clear coat surface and filling the remaining scratches with silicone polymers that sit on top. The result looks impressive in the parking lot for about 2 to 4 weeks. Then the silicone washes out in rain or breaks down under UV sunlight exposure. The customer watches their paint fade back to the same chalky white finish and reaches the obvious conclusion that paint restoration simply does not work. That conclusion drives them directly to the body shop every single time without fail. And the shop is waiting with a $2,000 estimate and a 3-day turnaround time. This is not an accident. This is a designed failure loop engineered into the product formulation itself to funnel disappointed customers toward professional services. Now, here is exactly what to do with this knowledge. Go to any hardware store and walk to the adhesives and sealants aisle near the concrete and masonry products. Look for acrylic copolymer resin sold as concrete sealer or clear acrylic coating, and read the label carefully to confirm the primary ingredient is acrylic, C-olymer resin, or acrylic polymer emulsion. Avoid any product that lists silicone wax, petroleum distillates, or UV inhibitors as primary ingredients. The bottle should cost between $2 and $4 for a quart-size container. Start by washing the vehicle thoroughly with standard dish soap, not automotive car wash soap, because dish soap strips any existing wax or silicone residue and leaves bare oxidized paint ready for treatment. Dry the vehicle completely with clean, lint-free towels, because any water trapped under the resin will prevent proper molecular bonding with the clear coat. Pour a small amount of the acrylic resin directly onto a clean foam applicator pad, and apply it to one panel at a time using straight, overlapping strokes from edge to edge. The liquid will appear milky white as you spread it across the oxidized surface, and that is completely normal because it means the solvent is actively opening microscopic pores in the damaged clear coat. Let the applied resin sit undisturbed for 15 to 20 minutes until it dries to a thin white haze on the panel surface. Then buff the haze off with a clean, dry microfiber cloth using light to moderate pressure, and you will see the original factory color returning beneath the cloth as you work. Apply a second coat following exactly the same process. Wait 15 to 20 minutes for the haze to form. Buff it clean with a fresh section of microfiber cloth. For severely oxidized panels with heavy chalking or visible clear coat peeling along the edges, apply a third coat after the second has fully cured for 24 hours. After the final coat cures, leave undisturbed for a full 48 hours. The surface will have a deep, permanent gloss that is chemically bonded to the original paint structure. Total material cost for a full-size sedan, approximately $2 to $4. Total time, roughly 90 minutes of application work spread across 2 days of curing. Compare that to 3 days in a body shop parking lot and $2,000 disappearing from your bank account for the exact same cosmetic result. A retired school teacher in Michigan documented this entire process on a 2001 Ford Explorer with 13 years of sun damage, sitting in her suburban driveway. The roof had turned completely white and the hood was rough to the touch with visible clear coat peeling along every edge and bodyline crease. She applied 2 coats of hardware store acrylic resin over a single weekend using nothing but a foam brush and a pack of microfiber towels from the dollar store. 4 years later, she posted a photo update on an automotive forum, and the paint still held full original gloss with zero visible degradation anywhere on the vehicle. Her total cost was $219. The body shop across town had quoted her $2,100 for the same vehicle with the same damage. The paint industry did not lose this knowledge. They chose to bury it beneath decades of marketing campaigns and deliberate consumer misdirection. They taught generations of car owners that oxidation means death, that chalking means replacement, that faded paint means finished paint. None of that is true. Not one single word of it. The molecular structure of automotive paint does not collapse under oxidation. It fractures. The clear coat develops microscopic channels as ultraviolet radiation breaks polymer chains at the outermost surface. And those channels can be refilled and sealed and made whole again with the right chemistry. The science has been published in peer-reviewed journals. The compounds have been commercially available at hardware stores for over a century, but a permanent fix that costs $2 cannot coexist peacefully with a $12 billion annual service industry that depends on your ignorance for survival. So they buried the research in obscure journals, ignored the studies in trade magazines, and trained an entire generation to believe the only answer is to sand it all down and start over from bare metal. We did not forget this technique. It was hidden from us deliberately by an industry that profits when you believe your car needs their hands. But buried knowledge does not disappear. It waits in old chemistry journals, on dusty university shelves, and in railway archives behind institutional doors. If this vault made a difference for you today, subscribe and share it with someone still paying thousands of dollars for what costs $2. Every share cracks. Open a vault the industry welded shut decades ago. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside will make this one look like a warm-up